Hey, imagine you're at a friend's place on a cold Saturday night, sipping tea, and you glance at the living room. The fireplace looks like a piece of art, real stone, a rustic oak mantel, and a gentle glow that makes the whole room feel warmer without any flame flickering around. I've been in that exact spot more than once, wondering whether a fancy electric insert like the Glenbrook from Country Living is worth the money or just another pricey gadget that will end up tucked in a closet. If that's the kind of decision you're wrestling with, stick around. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, let's talk about the hesitation most people feel before they click add to cart. Electric fireplaces promise the visual appeal of a traditional wood-burning hearth but without the mess of ash, the need for a chimney, or the constant refueling. The trade-off is often a thin-looking screen that looks fake, or a unit that ends up being more of a decorative lamp than a heating source. The Glenbrook tries to bridge that gap by pairing a smart digital controller, realistic logs and ember bed, and a Riverrock surround that's actually cast stone. Those are the things that keep buyers from feeling like they're getting a plastic box with LED lights. Who should consider the Glenbrook? If you live in an apartment or a rental where you can't install a real fireplace, but you still want the ambience of one, this could be a solid solution. It's especially handy for people who enjoy cozy evenings at home but don't want to deal with a traditional fireplace's maintenance. Think of a couple who love movie nights. The soft, steady glow can set the mood without the distraction of a real fire's crackle. Also, the built-in Wi-Fi and Alexa integration mean you can turn it on from your phone or voice command, which is great for anyone who likes to automate the comfort of their home. On the flip side, if you're mainly looking for a heavy-duty heat source to replace a central heating system, the Glenbrook isn't the answer. Its 1500 watt rating translates to roughly 5000 BTU, enough to warm a small room or an area of about 150 square feet. That's perfect for a living room corner or a bedroom, but you'll still need your main HVAC for whole house heating. So, folks who expect a full house furnace substitute should probably skip this one. Now, let's break down the practical side of what you'll actually see and feel once it's installed. The cast stone Riverrock finish looks impressive. There's a depth to the surface that mimics natural stone, and the oak mantel adds a warm, rustic touch. In my own setup, I placed the unit on a mid-century modern wall unit, and the contrast between the sleek furniture and the stone-like surround was a visual win. The mantel also includes a small shelf, which turned out to be handy for holding a couple of candles or a small stack of books without looking like an afterthought. The smart digital control is one of the more useful features. The panel lets you select between various flame settings, from a subtle ember to a more lively fire, and you can adjust the heat output in increments. The Wi-Fi connectivity means you can set schedules, so the fireplace can turn on an hour before you get home, filling the entryway with gentle warmth as soon as you walk through the door. For anyone who's already using Alexa for lights and thermostat control, this adds a layer of convenience you won't find on cheaper, non-connected models. Realistic logs and ember beds are often just layered plastic pieces that flash on a screen, but the Glenbrook's logs are three-dimensional and cast from resin, giving them a weight that you can actually feel if you press a hand against the front glass. The ember bed glows softly, and the optional flame variation mode creates a slightly uneven pattern that mimics a real fire's random movement. In a test run, the flicker was subtle enough not to be distracting, yet present enough to make you forget you're looking at an electric display. One hidden trade-off shows up when you think about installation. Because this is an electric unit, you'll need a dedicated 120-volt outlet nearby, and the unit itself is 28 inches wide. It isn't the tallest piece on the market, but the depth of the stone surround can make it jut out a bit from the wall, which may require a little extra clearance on the floor. If your living room layout is tight, you'll need to plan where the unit sits so it doesn't become a stumbling block. Also, the unit's weight thanks to the cast stone means you'll want at least 2 people to handle it during delivery and setup. Another practical nuance is the heat distribution. Because the heating element is built into the base, warm air rises directly from the unit, creating a pleasant microclimate around the fireplace. In a real-world scenario, we found the warmth most noticeable when sitting on a couch directly across.